Hello again, and welcome to day 3 and 4 of the 2025 Declutter Challenge. Day 3 was magazines, purging, deciding which ones you want to keep, and what you want to do with this great big stack of quilt magazines that you've had forever and ever and keep adding to. In years past we didn't have the internet and all the wonderful storage and accessible places that we can utilize now to go and see magazines. You can buy subscriptions that are online, and you never really receive a hard copy. You just click on your account and you can go in and read the magazine. You can print off anything you want, and just about, I think almost all of the magazine subscriptions that I enjoy are online now, and you can't even get a hard copy even if you wanted to. So I went through, I bet I had 100 quilt magazines. And last year when I did this challenge, the 2024 challenge, Declutter, I went through every single magazine, and I tore out the quilt patterns that I wanted to keep, which really didn't amount to very many. There might have been 1 or 2 patterns every 3 or 4 quilt magazines, so I didn't end up with very many quilt patterns, but I did save the ones that I was interested in and thought that someday I would put to use. Then I cut out every colorful page that was in those magazines that I liked. Some I didn't, quite a few I didn't actually. This stack that you see here, this is from about 100 magazines, so I didn't overdo it. It's kind of a messy stack, but things like this and like this, these colors up here, I kept those because I make paper beads, and I do have a video on paper bead making. It isn't a very good one. I'll try to make another one of these days, but yeah, I would just go through and I would find a page that had color like this, a lot of color, because you need kind of a strip. This would make several paper beads, this piece right here, just this colorful piece, and they would all match, so you could put together some sort of piece of little jewelry or a dangle or something like that that would really be cute, and it would all coordinate. So I would cut this out and save it. This is from 1996. I found this one left over somewhere, and like here you could get a lot of paper beads from that. And even this, I would cut these out because these would make little paper beads. Let's see if I've got one. See here, this one's not very wide, and you can make them so that they are round. You can make a round paper bead, or you can make them tubular, or you can make them, here's this one's a little bigger, and you can see that I've made it from a page out of a quilt magazine because it has a quilt block on it. In fact, almost all of these have quilt blocks on them. But this is what I do with them. I see this is a paper bead here from a quilt magazine, and I just add some charms and few pretties and some jump rings, and I've got a pretty little dangle for something. Here's another smaller one. Got a little dolphin and a shell, and this is because I have lighthouses in the paper bead and have made it from blue. And this little box here I got at Walmart, and it has everything in it that I need to make paper beads. I just have a few tools and a few jump rings and some charms, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into bead making. You need a roller or two. I have these in several different sizes, and there's a groove here that you put the paper in and begin to roll it, and you use some glue, and then I coat. All these have been coated so that they're almost waterproof and they're hard, and I coat them with this called diamond glaze, and then I go ahead and put the grommets in each side so that they look a lot more professional, and get them looking pretty so I can use them in something. Here's some that I've made just recently, and I love sitting in front of the TV and rolling paper beads. And I cut a lot of these strips. I cut on my Scan and Cut, so I don't sit and spend lots and lots and lots and lots of time. Here's one it's even got a hook on it already. And this is from a quilt magazine. See, there's a quilt pattern there. So I usually put one on each one of my bags someplace on a zipper for a zipper pull. But that's something you can do with old magazines. You can reduce them to this and then make them into this, and you can even sell these at craft fairs and on Etsy. So one of the jobs I want to do today is to straighten this up so that I kind of get the papers organized by size. Big page, partial page, I'll just try to put them together so that they are kind of in the same size category, and then I'm going to put them in bags, Ziploc bags, so that they're protected. And then one day when I've got time, I'm going to sit down with my Scan and Cut and cut them all so that I can just sit and make paper beads till the cows come home. So the next thing we're going to look at is books. Day 4 was all your quilting books. What are the books that are most important to you, and the books that are maybe completely obsolete? A lot of books will have the old template type of, if you go back far enough, they will have the old template type of quilt making, and this would be long before rotary cutters and rulers and mats came into our lives. But you can take a look at those and see if you want to send them to the library and give them there, or you might want to try to market them maybe on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or somewhere like that. And so I had quite a few books last year as I did magazines. And I went through all my books, and I'll show you what I'm left with. I boxed up books and sent to friends. I donated books. I gave books away. And I'm down now to a manageable collection of books, quilting books, that I really enjoy. And since I'm not really don't really get magazines in the mail anymore, which I used to just love to sit in the evenings and just thumb through magazines, and now I just do it with my books. So let me take you over, and I'm going to show you what I've done with my books. So after I got done going through all my boxes and boxes and boxes of 50 years worth of collecting quilt books, this is what I ended up with. And I purchased this shelf from Wayfair. It wasn't very much at all. It was easy to put together, and it sits at the end of my two long husky tables so that I can access books. I even have the manuals for my machines and books on silk ribbon embroidery and heirloom sewing. I have books on serging, everything. Pretty much all the books that I have are here. And I even have room for more books, which I don't plan on making any big investment in new books, because I have enough books. I'm 73 years old and I don't have enough time left actually to make all the quilts that I would love to make. And so sometimes you have to look at things from a perspective of reality, and I don't want my kids to have to try to figure all this out when I'm not here to tell them, you know, what I paid for something or how valuable it is or not. And so I think I'm done purchasing books pretty much. And you know, I feel like my local library is such a good source, and if I really want to see a new book or read a new book, quilting related, I can definitely check that out and bring it home and have a look at it for a couple of weeks and take it back. So I don't have to worry about storing it. So that is day 3 and day 4, and of course you can add some sewing in there. There's plenty of time to sew and work on your project that you're working on, whatever's under your needle. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm so thankful that you come and spend time with me. It makes a huge difference in my life. And here's Snoopy even to say thank you. Are you going to say thank you? Yeah? You're going to say thanks? Sure. All right, so everybody have a great day. Enjoy your declutter challenge. Don't work at it too hard. Don't get burned out. And don't let yourself get discouraged. And just have a pleasant, blessed day. And I'll see you next time.